One of the compelling reasons for the collapse of the train services of the Nigerian Railway Corporation, NRC, was the massive degradation of the corporation's equipment holding dedicated to the maintenance of its tracks, rolling stock and engines, thus rendering most of them inoperable. But redemption would soon come the way of rail transportation in tackling this crippling problem. To implement the transformation agenda in the rail transport subsector, the Jonathan administration provided funds to the NRC to purchase a crucial equipment needed to sustain the gains of track rehabilitation and the smooth functioning of both its engine and rolling stock inventories. That equipment, the overhead crane used in the locomotive workshop of the NRC. The main locomotive workshop of the NRC at its Oyimbo headquarters complex in Lagos, where the repairs and maintenance of locomotive engines and their parts were undertaken, had no functional cranes. This old overhead manually operated crane that serviced the workshop had become obsolete and inoperable, and this one that supported it did not fare better either. On the rare instances when it managed to sputter into action, its somewhat limited total lift capacity rendered it incapable of even the new age locomotive engines in the inventory of the NRC. As a result of this unfortunate situation, quite a number of locomotive engines in the fleet of NRC got grounded and rotted away. This undermined the ability of the corporation to discharge its core mandate and pushed it into a state of decay. To the relief of the NRC and its corps of engineers and technicians, this heavy-duty 120-ton capacity two-piece remote-controlled overhead crane was bought brand new and installed at the NRC's locomotive workshop in Lagos under the implementation of the transformation agenda of the Jonathan administration. Another set was installed at its Enugu locomotive workshop. With its awesome lift capability, with each of its two huge steel arms of 60 tons per arm combining to do a lift, the overhead crane was deployed to effective use in the refurbishment of the grounded engine fleet of the NRC at its Lagos workshop. It has also been pivotal to the regular periodic maintenance of the new engines acquired by the NRC under the transformation agenda. This key equipment has helped guarantee the sustained operations of the train services of the NRC.
Before that one, what we had was for 5-ton crane, and that one was analog. It was a DC crane procured as far back as 1922. So it had been breaking down. We started to work, we couldn't go on because it would break down because it was old and there was no new one. But thanks to this new government, they gave us a new one. So with this new one, it has helped to revive the workshop. And reviving the workshop means reviving railway, because we can now maintain our locomotives, can now do what we call periodic overhauling or intermediate overhauling on the locomotive, which we are not doing when that crane was not in place. Because if you want to do periodic overhauling, even if you have the parts, how do you lift the locomotive without a crane? So that is a success story.